Welcome to today's video, where today I'm going to be exploring a little bit deeper into the realms of TomoDachi life, living the dream, and some potential questions that we have about this said upcoming 2026 game, which is coming to the Switch. There's a lot of questions in here, so get yourselves ready and buckled up, because there's going to be a lot of them. And I'm going to start it with one thing that I noticed pretty recently on the trailers, and that is some details about the buildings themselves. So again, this is the screenshot I used for the map overview thing that I did when I did the trailer breakdown video. But there is two key things to actually notice about the me house things, the houses on the island. The fact that the roof looks like it's got a handle, but also at the side of the buildings, it looks like they've got ladders as well. So could that mean potentially the chance to change the sizes of these specific buildings? Does that mean you can make it taller and wider? But if it is to be that case, does it mean you can make it taller going up, wider going side to side, and also wider going backwards and forwards as well? So does that mean there's going to be more than different ways to actually change the size of the buildings themselves customizably? Another question that also could align with that building thing is also this. When it comes to the buildings and their changes in sizes, how many Miis will be able to live in that one specific building? Will it be built like the apartments in Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, or will it work just slight little bit differently? Okay, so I've done those questions, so let's move on to the next subject. So the next question I have is basically seasonable weather systems. Will there be some form of set up default weather system method in the game? And when I say that, I mean, like, will it be somewhat similar to how Animal Crossing New Horizons has its own weather system, where you get to choose whether or not you're in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere of the island that you set yourself to be part of? Or will there be a potential chance within the game at some point where you can self customize the seasons and the weather systems that happen throughout each season? So that's basically the two questions there, weather wise. So another question will be about the shops themselves and how they will tend to roll. So at this moment in time, we have quite a few shops. We have the little cafe style shop. We have the customized build shop. We have a pawn shop. We have the grocery store. We have a clothing shop, and we have the shop for the houses as well. Not like the interior, like furniture shop thing. There is quite a lot of questions I have for this. Will they have different things available for sale over each season? So will there be like specific seasonable things that get sold, as well as like the standard items that you'd see every day at a shop? Or will it just be everyday items on their own? Also, another question is, how long will each shop be open for? Is there going to be a specific time within the day on the island where the shops will end up opening and closing. So will they have opening hours and closing hours? So maybe they open during the day and then close during the night. So with that question, how long are they open for as well? So what time will they open and close, as well as like how many hours will they run for? Though we haven't heard really much of this, this is a good question related to like the building part of things. Will there be things that we'll be able to build that are like bonus places for the Mii's to enjoy, like the music hall that we had in TomoDachi Life on the 3DS? Will there be like specific different other buildings as well as new shops and stuff that the Mii's can explore? Let's say, I don't know, could we build a museum or build like a concert hall, build, I don't know, like a restaurant or something like that? So is there more things that we can build, as well as potentially some default buildings? So are we able to build anything we want to choose, or will it just be the default shops that we've seen in the island shop? So can we build different things alongside have the stuff that are already set as default builds? Another question I have is based on different events that could be held within the island. Will there be specific events held throughout each day on the island? If so, what will there be available? I mean, we've seen like a few things happen in the trailer, like the Mii's dancing and stuff, but I don't think that's really anything to do with like actual standard like entertainful events that the Mii's can go to. So like I'll take this as an example. Like for example, on the 3DS for Tomodachi Life, we had events in the park such as the rap battle event. We could potentially even have the dance off in the park as well. Could there even be a chance for like different market stalls that the Mii's can set up and stuff as well? That's another thing that's questioned. So, like, what sort of events will the Mii's be able to do each day as the day goes on to keep themselves entertained rather than get completely bored of doing the same thing over and over again? So, next question, though I could have potentially maybe added this as part of the weather system question, I thought I'd do this separately. Will there be a daylight cycle? And what I mean by this is like, will there be basically timestamps? So in Tomodachi Life for the 3DS, we had this thing where the daylight cycle would run with real life time. So in real life, it will be sunk to the time that's going on in real life. So let's say it's 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the evening now. As of recording this video, it's 2:37 p.m. So will there be like a real life time set up, or will there be their own like special in-game daylight cycle sort of thing where the sun will rise and set at its own point in time, or will there be just sunrise and sunset that's connected to real life time instead? So yes, we did see a brief little clip of nature being in existence within the Tomodachi Island during the trailer, because we saw the shot of a butterfly flying around. Will there be other forms of naturey creatures as well? And will they be turning up in their own like special seasonal cycle like they do with Animal Crossing, for example? If so, could there be a potential way to maybe do something to keep those creatures safe? Could there be maybe like some form of museum exhibit or something within the island that they could donate these creatures to? Or like, will there be like some specific building that's dedicated to like other forms of wildlife that can live alongside the Miis in the game? So this question works in terms of the Mii's actions. So usually in the 3DS game, the characters have to be in their apartments for you to solve their problems. Let's say they're hungry or something. They have to be in the apartment to tell you that they're hungry. Will that be the case in Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, or will there be potentially chances where we get to solve these characters' problems not just inside of their places where they're living? Will they also get the chance to have their problems solved while they're outside of their homes as well? That's one thing to encounter with the Miis, potentially. So my next question is designated to the Mii design. Will there be like a special specific page that we have set for the Mii design before they spawn onto the island in a certain way? You know, could there be a way where maybe whilst we're designing the Miis that we can get to buy their own clothes that we want them to wear when they come onto the island? Or will it kind of be somewhat similar to how it was in Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, where they just come in with the color, with the just the color thing that they have on the chest? Like, how are we going to be like able to design the looks of each Mii that comes in on the island, basically? It's like, how's the Mii design going to be running? So this one might be a bit far-fetched in like different things, and I hope we get more detail on this. So this is mainly about like the ways of living, like building wise again. Basically, what I'm saying with this is obviously we've seen the way that the outside map could potentially look. Is there a way, like, when it comes to certain things, that we'll be able to see, like, actually inside of each Mii's home? Will we get to see what their house looks like, as well as customize the way it's going to look as time goes on and stuff? So, like, not only can we be able to customize the island itself, but is there also ways to like look and customize the actual Mii's homes themselves to make it feel like it's a home to live in? Now, I think that's all the questions I can think of. If there is any that you think I should have asked, I'll open up the comments for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think should have been a question that I could have asked. And maybe I could respond with some potential theoretical guess of what the answer might be. If not, maybe I might do another part on this later on in time. So just let me know. See you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.